Excellence must be pursued, it must be wooed with all of one's might and every bit of effort that we have. And each day there's a new encounter, each week is a new challenge. All of the noise and all of the glamour, and all of the color, and all of the excitement, and all of the rings and all of the money, these are the things that really linger only in the memory. But the spirit, the will to excel, the will to win, these are the things that endure.
What's up, YouTube? What's up, YouTube? Let me make sure my audio is working. Okay, there we go. It looks like we are on. Shout out to everybody in the YouTube streets. I hope everything's going all right with all y'all. I just wanted to go live, as you see the title, as the sector turns and potentially ends, right? But there is, a few updates or, some new findings that have taken place that I did want to discuss before the sector officially ends and dies, which is already is on its last leg. But let's just go ahead and go over some of these new developments. As you guys enter, please hit the like button. And if you haven't already subscribed, hit the subscribe button. But I'm sure all of you already subscribed. So now I guess Photon did a live, which I missed, but the Recon team sent me the live, so I was able to review it. And apparently, Photon played a recording of him speaking to Miss Crazy Ann, Miss Thangs. Let me see if we have an example of who I'm talking about, just so we're all on the same page. Where's that picture of that ugly hoe? Here she goes. Oh, on the free plan, you can't put up pictures. That's so lame. Okay, so I'm gonna probably switch to Restream anyways. But actually, I'm not gonna do any of that. I don't plan on coming live on a consistent basis, so it doesn't matter. But so Photon played a clip of him speaking to Scary Ann, and Scary Ann was talking shit about a few people. I guess she was talking shit on JJ, aka Chat Lives Matter, and I'm not sure what she was flipping out about on JJ for. Like, I don't know what happened or transpired for that to go on, but Carrie's just an angry, bitter woman. So she's always mad at somebody. Now, I'm not exactly sure the reason as to why she has not been going live lately, because she doesn't have anything else to live for. She doesn't have a family. She doesn't have anybody that loves her. All she has is a dog that she sings to on her lives every now and then. To be honest, I think the reason why she does not go live anymore is because she realizes that she had no content. She had nothing to talk about. And her numbers started to decrease and started to dwindle down. And instead of actually realizing that her channel is complete trash and garbage, she figured that she just would stop going live. But we've all seen that your channel was garbage and trash. So I guess, maybe she caught on to that. But so Photon played this clip, and she was going in about several people in the sector. And this just goes to show how important the sector is to these losers like Crazy Ann. She is an absolute loser who has nothing going on in her life, that she has to contact and call people and text people, strangers that she does not know. She has to reach out to them to gossip and talk shit about people in the sector. How ridiculous and pathetic can one get? I mean, you don't have no friends you can call. You ain't got no friends. What about these fake dates you made up? Don't you got a fake date to go on to? I mean, that was part of your trash ass content that you did on here, was pretending that you were gonna go on a date and you were nervous about going on a date and that you supposed to be fucking Blue. Um, this man named Blue that she was talking about that she made up. So I'm not sure about what all that's about, but it just shows us a little bit more about how pathetic this woman really is. She ain't got nothing going on. Her only friends are these or other losers on YouTube, like a T Prey, T Pathetic Prey, someone who got embarrassed and humiliated, um, coming on here pretending and telling us, lying, that she was a banker, coming on here lying that she was a banker. Came to find out she was just a random prostitute hoeing and camming online for money at the big age of 50 years old. These are her friends, people like T Prey, T Diddy. These are people she respects on here. Um, so but she made a big deal and was trying to laugh at me for uh thinking or that or calling someone else on here a friend, our YouTube friend. She made a whole big deal about that and was laughing about it. But this is the goofy bitch that is actually considers these strangers her friends. She contacts and calls people, and several people have mentioned it. Triggs mentioned it, Photons mentioned it, that this goofy bitch calls them on a regular basis over and over again, that they get multiple missed calls from this lunatic. And what's funny is this goofy Ann keeps saying that she has Photon blocked. What difference does it make if you got Photon blocked if you always the fucking person that's calling them? She is so fucking stupid. So fucking dumb. She wants to say, that's why I keep you blocked, Photon. What difference does it make? You always are going to call them like you're doing something. You already lied about having a master's degree. You want to make pretend as if you're this intellectual, but you are going to go as far as to lie about your education. Just pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. And then you wanted to point the finger at me and try to say that I'm this big, huge liar. Girl, I ain't never lied about no education I have or have not. You do that. You are the biggest, I think by far, you are the biggest liar in sector history. By far. No one has told as many lies as you, Carrie Ann. You are the biggest liar in sector history. If there was an award for the biggest liar, you would receive it. What else do we got? So in the clip that Photon played, she was going on and crying about light-skinned women again. Someone who was some light-skinned woman in her past has really hurt her. She cannot get over this huge hang up that she has on light-skinned Black women. Like, I think she might have had a love of her life that may have left her for a light-skinned woman, or maybe her father left her mother for a light skinned woman, but something big happened to like permanently injure this woman emotionally that she can't get over uh light skinned or biracial women. She cannot get over it. It's a real problem. She really does have a huge issue with this. It's debilitating to her. She has nothing else to cry and complain about other than light skin or biracial people. And then the thing of what she does is, even if someone's not biracial, if they're light skinned, she will call them biracial, even though they're not. But whatever makes sense in her weird, fucked up thinking, right? Um, the clip that was played, that Photon played, it wasn't really long. So it wasn't really that much that was involved in it. Um, I thought he was going to give us something really juicy. But I guess like maybe that's the juicy part is not the stuff that she tells him. I guess the juicy parts are what T Diddy and Carrie talk about. You know, they probably they talk all the time, you know, trying to make sense and believe each other's lies. One believing them, one believing that one is a good teacher that deserves to be in a classroom, and the other one's believing that she's a good mother and she always has taken care of her kids. So they just go along with each other, trying to believe each other's lies, trying to reinforce each other and cheerlead for each other that that other people are trying to are believing their lies as well. But no, we see you. We see both of you for who you are. We know T Diddy ain't shit. She is a deadbeat mother, and no matter how many times you try to switch things around and try to pretend that we didn't hear what your daughter said in those recordings. We heard what she said. She said you weren't there for her. You didn't buy her class ring. You didn't buy her cap and gown. You weren't there. And you hurt her, T Diddy. Stop lying because you were, every time you don't like what you hear, you say someone sliced and diced something. Those were your own daughter's words. She says you are an ain't shit mother. And you got Carrie Ann trying to help her um, help her believe that she wasn't an ain't shit mother. But we all heard what we heard. Uh, what else do I got? Let me look up my notes here. Oh yeah, so I like how she's like trying to shame Stargate for hooking up with a couple of men online, but this thirsty bitch was showed her titties and her private parts to an online troll that she's never met. Which one is more desperate? At least she got some. You didn't even get any. You just showing your titties and your private parts to just random troll online. I hope Photon recorded that and puts that out. I hope that maybe that will finally humiliate you and humble you, because you need to be humbled. You need to be brought down a peg or two, Scary Ann. You really do, because you think too highly of yourself. You think you're more than what you actually are, and you aren't. You ain't shit. Um, what else? Oh yeah, so I seen where Triggs put something on his community wall. I guess now I didn't get what, I wasn't able to watch the full Photon live, so I'm not sure if it happened a little bit later in the live, but um now either Photon said it, but I seen it first on Triggs community wall that I guess T Prey and Carrie Ann are at odds and are beefing behind the scenes, though we're not supposed to know about this publicly. Now, I find this interesting because they have bumped heads before because one T Pre, you can't tell her that she's wrong ever. And the same goes for Carrie Ann. She can't be wrong ever. They're both strong, hard headed, and they're a lot alike in that they can't take uh, hearing anything that's other than people praising them or them or people going along with their own delusions. They can't take that. So I think either one of them had enough of each of the other one's bullshit and called them out on it, and that's what led to them falling out. But T Prey is a trash ass person. Like she is not a good friend to anybody. This woman has reinvented herself multiple times in the sector, depending on who she's cool with or wants to be cool with. This woman has predated and lied on her time first coming into the sector. She said that she was in the sector um, around the time I came into the sector, but I was here before T Pre. I remember when T Pre came on the scene because we were all laughing about how loud her fucking mic was on Max V's live, and we didn't know who the fuck she was. Um, but that's her lying on herself again, trying to be more important than she was. But what happened is that she was trying to be cool with the good guys, and during the time she was trying to be cool with the good guys, that's when she started to cozy up with me and try to pretend as if she was a friend. But little did I know, come to find out, fast forward a couple years, she wasn't a friend. She told the most egregious lies about me, things that she knew was a lie, and she knew she knew herself that I mean, she went as far as to tell people that I was an Italian white person, even though this goofy ass 50-year-old sex worker has seen me cam up multiple times. She still told that lie. So T Prey is nobody's friend to anybody. Um, what else? Um, yeah, depending on who she's trying to be cool with, she'll change and kind of will accommodate and pretend like she's this good person, depending on what the other party who she's kissing ass to at that particular time, what they want her to be. So she'll mold herself into whatever the person wants her to be because she's a pick me herself. She ain't got nothing going on in life. She ain't a banker. She's a hoe, call girl, prostitute. Um, that what did you say, T Pre? Didn't you say you had 5 kids and then 2 years later it turned to 6 kids? You want to talk about breaking and breaking need to go find her kids, but bitch, you keep coming up with new kids every other year. Because you did say you had 5 kids, then the last number it was 6 kids. So how about you find your fucking kids? Um, I noticed T Pre still has on her channel that um, you know, things disparaging my now deceased father. Um, more lies that she's came up with. So she will disrespect the dead. So let me disrespect her dead. Um, T Pre, since you have that up on my father on your page, let me talk about your grandfather for a little bit. The man that you helped recruit other kids in the neighborhood to get molested by your grandfather, that man, the man that passed away, that was molesting you, and also you went and recruited other kids in your neighborhood to get molested by him, that man who was I don't know if he was a failed pastor or what he was, but I heard him being fake and phony, preaching from the pulpit, singing. I thought that was laughable. the fact that he's preaching out of the Bible, but he's sitting around here molesting kids and shit. Oh my God, what? How fake and phony is that? I mean, that's just in T Priest's DNA, just being a fake ass bitch. You got someone in her family that's supposed to be a pastor, but he's molesting kids, and T Priest helping him molest kids. So I mean, the whole family is just is really fucked up. The incest is wild. One thing I can say is you can say as much shit as you want to about my family, but there ain't no incest going on over here at my family, T Pray. That's your family. Your family be fucking each other. Not we. I don't got that over here. I definitely don't got that over here. Let me see what else. Um. Oh yeah. So let me get back to Carrie Ann. So Carrie Ann was talking about how uh Photon is a coon and he's anti-black and this, that, and the other. But yet she says that she loves him. So you love a coon and someone that's anti-black. What does that say about you? This girl is so fucking stupid. You big back, large, giant Nephilim, weird, psychotic, virgin slut. Um, I just she just makes me sick. I just can't stand her. She's such a terrible person. Like if you were driving and your fucking car skidded off the road and your brakes stopped working, I would be happy if you like passed away. I would be so happy. Just one less terrible person on the planet that we have to deal with. That's all I would say is just one less terrible person on the planet. Because we really don't need any more horrible, ugly people. So getting rid of you would just be amazing, and I will rejoice and be very helpful and be very grateful for that. Uh, and you're useless anyways. You're barren. You have no children. You have nothing to live for. You just have a dog. So just get out, put yourself out of your misery, and put us out of our misery, so we don't have to keep dealing with your stupid, funky, fat, no showering ass. Okay, let's see what else we got. Oh, yeah, this is another thing. I'm gonna go ahead and close out after this. But the sector is very dead and dry lately. Um, I've seen the only people that apparently are going live lately is the sector is dead when you have someone like Teresa going live, I guess. I definitely will not be supporting her, not checking for her lives at all. This is a bitch that was always showed up to my lives and would have the first comment in my chat. But as soon as she paired up with Triggs, now all of a sudden she don't know who the fuck I am because you can't fucking think for yourself. What did I do for you what did I do to you to stop coming and supporting me? Because you're cool with Triggs, you can't show your face over here. This is a bitch that can't even think for her fucking self. How pathetic is that? You're an old bitch that can't think for yourself. Ain't you 70 years old? You damn sure look it. We seen your camera slip. You a old bitch that can't think for yourself. And you're weak as fuck too. You sat up there and let Carrie Ann drag your fucking sister Redbone, and you still go into that bitch's chat room and support her after she dragged your fucking sister Redbone. You're a weak ass old bitch. Ain't nothing more pathetic and lowbrow than that. You a rock bottom bitch. And now you going live with failing numbers. Bitch, ain't nobody checking for you. Stop going live and stop hitting the live button. Just let the sector die out. Because the day that you started going live, that's when the sector started dying. And it ain't ever going to come back. When we have someone like you going live, you keep going live, that is definitely going to keep the sector dead. because you ain't got nothing to offer. You ain't got no fucking personality, and you don't bring it at all. You don't bring nothing. All you do is tap into fucking panels that people don't even fucking care to hear from you. Just to say, hey, honey bunnies. Hey, honey bunnies. You know I love you. Sit your fucking ass down in the fucking chat, bitch. Nobody needs to fucking hear from you. Who said they needed to fucking hear you tap in for 3 minutes? You ain't bringing nothing to the fucking storyline, nothing to the fucking content. Sit your old fat funky ass down in the chat, and sit there and wait for a thought from someone else to take over, because you can't think for yourself, and you can't stand up for yourself. You can't even stand up to the likes of Carrie Ann, someone who dragged your fucking sister. So sit there and stay in the chat, because you've been done humiliated and embarrassed yourself, and we already know your tea. We already clocked your tea when you sat up there and go to Carrie Ann's live repeatedly after she dragged your sister. You ain't. I mean, there's nothing more to see from you. You just a weakling. Um, and your people have been brought down already. The whole triad that you were the HR for, I hope your ass gets dragged into the middle of that investigation too, and have you having to report to the police station and answer some questions, because you're HR that quote unquote criminal organization, the triad. So drag your old ass down there to the police station and answer some fucking questions. Um. Other than that, I really don't have very much. There is nothing been going on. Um, just a bunch of zeros going live that have the people that are left are the ones with no personality that nobody's checking for, like a Divine Seven. Um, Divine Seven just, I mean, she ain't did nothing to me, but it's her delivery is just so boring. Just the giggling. She's definitely from the giggle sector. Definitely from the giggle sector. Um, yeah, it's a little weak. A little weak. Um, yeah. If that's what the sector has lately, I mean, it, we just might as well just have a final funeral for the sector and just call it quits. Because I mean, I've been done checking this sector out. I've been in other sectors, um, supporting other content creators that actually have a personality, and which means they're not over here. Those people aren't over here. I said content creators with personalities. That's none that are active going live over here. So let's not get that confused. Um, but yeah, let's just go ahead and go ahead and finally end this shit. Um, that way, Carrie Ann don't have nothing else to come back to. So let's just end this fucking sector and get this shit over with. Might as well. Might as well, because if you're telling me that you're gonna have Photon, who has no content left, but Photon has such little content, he actually was going over a Rev G live. That's when you know there is nothing left over here in this fucking sector. So just go ahead and let's just end it. I mean, I'd be happy if it all just ended. I mean, because you mean y'all ain't really roll with me like that anyways in the sector, so what the fuck would I care? But yeah, the sector don't really have anything to give lately. It really is like squeezing water from a rock. There's nothing. Like, you can't get a personality out of a Teresa. You can't get a personality or anything interesting out of a Divine Seven. It's not going to happen. It's not going to happen if that were to be able to be an actual thing, it would have already happened. We would have already been entertained and actually been laughing authentically with these two hens. People are just tuning in because there ain't shit else going on. But we all know that them two hens ain't giving it. Ain't got nothing to give. Nothing at all. So, Drama done left. He's under investigation still. Um, so, they're the triads, big players are out of commission. And I use that term loosely. They're not big players, they're actually weak. Any man that has to pair himself up with a slander god to try to get relevance, that's pretty sad because nobody was checking for your born ass either. You had to try to group yourself up with slander god uh, to try to get someone to pay attention to you. I mean, there's a lot of sad people in this sector. I wish you guys could get like me and have somebody in your life that loves you and have something going for it in your lives. I love how the lies that people have spread on me here, like Carrie Ann. But bitch, knowing that you have to create lies about your education and create fake make believe men that you're going on dates with. It just gives me so much satisfaction just knowing that you are just a cold, miserable bitch. They ain't got nothing going on. And that makes me sleep better at night knowing that you are miserable and struggling and going through it right now. That's all I got for right now. Hit the like button, you guys. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. And as the sector turns and ends, good riddance, bitch. That's all I gotta say. Bye.